Hi Year 3, this is Maths for Thursday, the 28th of January. Let's jump straight in there. So today we're actually going back to some learning that we did last week. So I want you to put that grid method practice into action. So pause the video here and have a go at these multiplications using grid method. Okay, so have a little look at how you got on and tick through the ones that you got correct. If you made any mistakes, don't worry, just see if you can spot where you made those mistakes so that then you've got it for next time. Okay, let's get ready for our next part of learning. So today we are looking at some more division similar to what we did yesterday so that we can really consolidate that learning. So to begin with, same as we did yesterday, we're going to be thinking about using a part whole model and linking it to a bus stop method for dividing. So the first thing I'm going to do is start with my part whole model. I'm going to write the number. There we go. In the top of my part whole model, and then I'm going to build the number. So I'm going to build it using tens and ones. So I'm looking at the number 53. I can see in the tens spot I've got 5 tens, so I'm going to pull 5 tens over, and then I'm going to pull 3 ones over. Okay, and then when we're ready we can start to divide. So let's divide our tens first. So one each technique, can't go wrong with a one each technique. When you move on to bigger numbers, one of the things that you'll then start to do is you won't do a one each technique very much. You'll rely much more on your times tables for it. Okay, so at the moment, in terms of sharing my tens, I've got one that I now cannot share. If I wanted to share this 10 out, I need to exchange. So I'm going to get rid of that one and I'm going to exchange it for 10 ones. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, and then I can continue sharing. So here we go. So I continue sharing all, there we go. So one each, so I'm dividing them up amongst 2 because I'm dividing by 2. And I keep sharing until they're all gone or until I've got one that would make it unequal. There we go. Go. Oh, I am going to end up with one that's left over. So the one that's left over, I'm just going to put a circle around it so that I can tell that that one is left over. And then I'm going to look at what I've got in each of my parts. So I've got 2 tens and I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 ones in each. So my answer here, there we go, I'm going to do it in blue, I think, is actually 26. And then I've got remainder 1. That's this little one down here. Okay, so let's have a little look at how that would look on our bus stop method. So here I'm thinking about how many 2's fit into 5. Now, yesterday what we did was we used our part whole model to help us. I'm just going to look at it a slightly different way today to make it a little bit quicker so that then you're not always having to do a part whole model to work it out. So I'm thinking about how many times 2 goes into the number 5. So I'm thinking it goes in 2, 4. So I count up in 2's. I can't go to 6 though, because I haven't got 6 there. I'm thinking about how many times 2 goes into 5. So 2, 4, I can't go any further. So it goes in twice, and then I've got 1 left over because the difference between 4 and 5 is 1. So here, okay, I'm going to draw a number 2 because it goes in twice, but I've got 1 left over. So I'm going to put that over here. Okay, and make this 13. This is like when we do our exchange. You would have noticed we ended up with 13 ones that we needed to divide. So now I'm thinking about how many times 2 goes into 13. So I'm going to count up in 2's and see how many I get. So it goes up in 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So I've counted up in 2's 6 times. I can't go up to 7 because if I go up to 7, I would have gone 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. But I haven't got 14 there. I've only got 13. So I've gone up to 6 and then I've got 1 left over and that is going to be my remainder. So there we go. There we go. 6. Oh, there we go. I need to turn that into a 6. And then I've got a remainder 1. So you'll see the answer is exactly the same as when we were using our part whole model method. So they will give you the same answer. One of them is just slightly quicker than the other. Okay, let's have a little look at another one. So this time I'm doing 77 divided by 3. So let's write 77 in here. And then let's build the number. So I will need 7 tens. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I need 7 ones. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and then I can start dividing. So let's start. I'm going to start with my tens first. So I'm going to go 1 for you, 1 for you. There we go. 1 for you, 1 for you, and then 1 for you. But oh, hang on a moment. This one here can't go anywhere. Okay, so I'm just going to pause here for a moment. I'm going to go straight over to my bus stop method. And I'm going to look at how this now looks. So in terms of working this out, I could look at the part whole model, or this time I'm counting in threes to see how many times 3 fits into 7. So let's work it out. I can go 3, 6. Oh, my next number's a 9. I definitely haven't got 9 there. I've only got 7. And so I'm going to put the number 2 because 3 goes into 7 twice. Now, really, this is thinking about how many times 3 goes into 70. But because we're doing the bus stop method like this, we just need to be aware that actually this is our tens column and this is our ones column. Let's have a little look. So if it goes in twice, which makes 6, I've got 1 left over. And that is going to go and join this number over here. So it's going to go into my ones column. So now I've got 17 ones there. Over here, back on my part whole model, I'm going to exchange this 10 because I can't share it out, and I'm going to exchange it for 10 ones. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and then 10. And if you have a little count up here, I think what you'll find is I've actually got 17 ones here as well. So the same as what I've got here on my bus stop method. So now I'm going to start sharing them out. So same thing again. So here we go. I share them out amongst the three parts that I've got. There we go. And I keep going until I either share them all out and they're all gone, or until I find that, oh, hang on a moment, something's gone wrong and I can't share out anymore. See, now I'm thinking the same here. I've gotten to the last one that I wanted to share out, and I've got 2 left over this time because I can't put these 2 in 2 of my parts, and then 1 would have 1 less because they wouldn't be equal. The idea is that we always end up with an equal number in our parts, and then if we have 2 left over, those are our remainders. So let's have a little look. When I'm looking now at my bar model, okay, I'm thinking about how many times 3 goes into 17 this time, not just 7, because I exchanged that 10. So here we go. So how many 3s go into 17? I'm going to count up in 3s and see how many times I count up. I go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. I can't get to 18, so I counted up 5. There we go. And then if you have a look at our part whole model, hopefully what you will find is there are 5 ones in there as well. And then because I counted up 5 times in 3s and I got to 15, I know that 17 take away 15, the difference there is going to be 2. And what you will notice is I have 2 left over here. So I'm going to put a circle around those because they're left over. Those are my remainders. So my answer here, if you have a little look in each part, I've got 25. So I can do 25 here. And I've got a remainder 2. I've got 2 that just couldn't be shared. And that's okay. So that's no problem. There we go. Let's try another one. Okay, now this one is a worded problem. So let's have a little look at this one together and see what we need to think about that tells us it's a worded problem. Jake has 81 match attacks cards. He decides to share them between 4 friends. How many cards will each of his friends get? So let's have a little look. So what information tells us that this is a division problem? Well, first, we always want to think about the important information. Now, I've spotted a number here, and I think it's quite important. So he's got 81 match attacks cards. He decides to share them. Now, when we hear the word share, we've talked a little bit about sharing equally. We talk about dividing, and when we're using our part whole method, we're actually sharing out the numbers we've built. So this word here, the word share, tells me that it's a division problem, okay? And then I'm sharing them between 4 friends. So what I can work out here is that I've got 81 of something, and I want to share it between 4. So that is the same as saying 81 divided by 4. Okay, so let's give it a go. So I'm going to put my 81 up here. Oh, that's a wild 81 up there. And then I'm going to build the number. I've already got my bus stop method already sorted out over here. So let's work it out. So I will need 8 tens because in 81 there are 8 tens. There we go, 4, 5. Oh, missed one. There we go. 6, 7, and 8, and I will need 1, 1. There we go, because I've got 81. Okay, so now I can start the sharing. So here we go. Now, there we go. You might already be thinking of a pattern here. You might be thinking, well, I've got 8 tens and I'm sharing it between 4. Because I know that 8 is a multiple of 4, you might be thinking already, well, that's going to work out and I won't have any left to exchange. And if you did, well done. Now I've got to this point, I've only got this one here to share. I can't put it here, can't put it with this one, can't put it with this one, and I can't put it with this one. I can't put it anywhere without making one of those parts unequal, okay? And that's the rule. I need to have the whole parts be equal. So this one actually then just ends up becoming our remainder, okay? I can't share it out amongst any of the 4 groups. So that just ends up being our remainder for this one. So let's see what that would look like on our bus stop method. So for this one, I'm thinking about how many times 4 fits into 8, okay? So I'm going to count them in 4s until I get to 8. So I can go 4, 8, and I stop there because I landed on 8, which was great. And I counted up twice. There we go. So I put a 2 there, okay? There's nothing to exchange on this one because I landed on 8. I didn't go to 7 or to 6, and there wasn't a difference between the numbers. So I just landed right on 8. And you can see that here with the 10s that I shared out. I was able to share them all out and there was none left to exchange. Let's look at the ones. How many times does 4 fit into 1? It doesn't. It doesn't at all. The 4 is too big. So if that ever happens, what you can do here is you can put a 0 because it doesn't fit in any times. It doesn't work. And then if you have a little look here, at the moment where I stand is in each of my parts, I've got 2 10s, which is 20. And then lo and behold, wow, I've actually got 20 above here. But I can't forget this one, this remainder one here. I still need to put it on there. I've got nowhere else for it to go. And so here it just needs to become a remainder one. It's left over. I can't do anything else with it. There's nothing else that I could do in terms of making this work. And so it's just our remainder one there. And that's perfectly okay. Right, let's see. Oh, a similar one. So, Miss Webb features in this one. Miss Webb is giving out books to a group. She has 29 books and 3 children to give them to. How many books will each child receive? Oh, lucky children, they're going to get some books. Okay, so let's have a little look at this. So what's the important information? So she's giving out books to a group. So she's got 29 books and 3 children to give them. Oh, I didn't do that very well at all there, did I? Let's try again. And 3 children to give them to. Okay, so then it says how many books will each child receive? Now, normally when we say each, we think about sharing because we think about, that phrase, 1 each. So I know that it's a division problem. And my division problem is I've got 29 of something and I want to share it between 3 of something. So in this case, 3 children. So how many books will each child receive? Let's see if we can work it out. So I'm doing 29 divided by 3. So 29 is going to go up here in my hole. And then I'm going to start to build the number. So let's have a look. So for 29, I will need 2 10s to make 29. And then I will need 9 ones. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, there we go. It's stuck. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and then I can begin sharing out. So let's have a little look. Okay, so I've got 1. Oh dear. I wonder if you spotted my problem. I haven't got enough tens to share out equally. Okay, so when we get to this sticky situation, okay, it's not really a sticky situation. We just do what we would do as if we had 110 that we couldn't divide equally. So we would need to exchange both of these tens for 10 ones each. So at the moment, if I've got 10 here, let's exchange this 10 here for 10. So let me see. I need 10 more of you. So I'm going to make 10 more. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay. But then I've still got this one here and I can't share it out equally. So I need to exchange that one for 10 ones as well. So this one here, I'm going to make some more of you. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now I've got an awful lot of ones to divide. Now, because I've got all of these ones, okay, essentially what I've said to myself is that I can't divide the tens in the form that they're in, okay? I couldn't do it equally. And so I've had to turn them into ones to get to the point where I can actually share them out equally. I'm just spreading them out so you can see how many I've got. Okay, so let's just have a think about our bus stop method and how that would look if we got to that point. Okay, so I'm going to take my pen. So again, with my bus stop method, I'm thinking about my tens first. So I've got 2 tens. I want to see how many 3s go into those 2 tens. So I've got 3. That's already bigger than 2, isn't it? So that's not going to work. So here I put a 0. Okay, the 3 is bigger than the 2. It's not going to work. But then that means that both of those tens now need to be exchanged. So because I've exchanged both of those tens, I put, there we go, the 2 tens next to the 9. Now I've got 29 ones instead of 2 tens and 9 ones. So really it's exactly the same number as I had before. It's just that now it's much easier to work it out. So let's go back to our part whole model and let's start sharing out these ones. Here we go. So there we go. We share them out and we keep going, like I said, until they're all gone or until I get to a point where I'm going to make it unequal if I keep sharing anymore. There we go. And so I'm on the 4th round here. So at the moment, they're all getting, yeah, there we go. So that's 4 each, but I've still got some to share. So this is going to work out nicely. I've got 5 each there, but I've still got some to share. And I keep going. I just keep going. There we go. Oh, we're on 6 each now. Oh, can I get to 7 each? Might be 7 each by the end, or will I have more left? Oh, no, I think I've got more left there. So let's keep going. So 8 each at the moment. Wow, this is cool. Okay, and then 9 each. I think I can see where I'm going to have to stop though. Okay, so I've got to 9 each, and now I'm just looking here. I have got no more that I can hand out equally. I've got 2, and that would mean that 2 of these holes would have a different amount to the third one. So I'm going to stop there, and then these 2 ones are going to become my remainders. Okay, so let's have a little look. On my bus stop, we would count up in 3s until we got close to 29 or landed on 29. If you know your 3 times tables, you might already be thinking, well, hang on a moment. In my 3 times table, I know that 3 times 10 is 30, and I'm trying to get to 29. So it probably won't be an even number. I won't be able to do it and land on 29. I'll land on something else instead. So let's try it. So I'm going to go 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27, and then my next number is 30, and I know I haven't got 30 there, I've got 29. So I'm going to stop there. So I counted up in 3s 9 times, and that's the number that goes there. So I got to 27. So now I need to be thinking about what the difference is between 29 and 27. And so I can be thinking 27, 28, 29. There's a difference of 2 there. And that is my remainder. That is what's left over because I've got nowhere else for those 2 to go. And that's okay. We can have remainders. That's no problem. And then if you notice down here, it links in because in each part, there are 9 ones. So I've got 9 ones here. And then I had 2 left over, which were my 2 remainders here as well. Okay, well done. Let me see. I want you to pause the video here and give these a go. Okay, have a little look through, tick through, see if you can spot any mistakes that you made, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so for our silver task today, we're going to look at solving these calculations using a part-whole model. Pause the video here and give them a go. Okay, how did you get on? So these are the answers that I got. Have a little look through. Did you get the same answers? Can you tick them if you did? Put a dot if you didn't. And if you didn't get them correct, that's fine. Go back, have a little check through, see if you can spot your mistake. Okay, and then let's look at the gold task if you're ready. Okay, our gold task today is some worded problems. So question 1, Jeannie has 67 stickers. She shares them between 4 friends. How many stickers will each friend get? Question 2, Sophia is training for an 82 length swim. What a hero. She wants to divide this distance over 3 days. How many lengths should she swim each day? Question 3, Henry earned £27 at his weekend job. He wants to pay equal amounts into his spending, savings, and donating accounts. How much money should he pay into each account? Pause the video here and give it a go. Okay, have a little look. See if you can tick off your answers you got correct. Any mistakes, please don't worry about it. It's not a problem. If you're ready for a platinum challenge though, let's move on. Okay, now for this one, I've got a little bit of trial and improvement for you. So what you need to work out here is what the number 29 is being divided by each time to get these answers. So for example, 29 divided by something will give you 4 remainder 5. 29 divided by something will, in this instance, give you 4 remainder 1. Oh, slightly different there. 29 divided by something will give you 14 remainder 1. Pause the video here and give this challenge a go. Okay, have a little look through this. Okay, did you use trial and improvement? How did you get on? Have a little tick through and see where you managed to get the answers right. Guys, some really good maths for today. I'm really, really pleased that you guys are working so hard at home. But I will see you tomorrow for some more maths. Well done, year 3.